D-class in the case of Jeffrey versus Maxwell. First, we have a declassified exhibit filed under seal here. This is again coming from Technofog. This is from the U.S. District Court of the Southern District of New York. Virginia Jeffrey versus Ghislaine Maxwell. It is a transcript of a videotaped deposition of Tony Figueroa and some other people. This says initially it was 157 pages, but this tranche of documents right here is only 40 pages. It goes through and it explains how Tony was told by Virginia Jeffrey the process by which they would go out and procure additional young girls and the type of coercive process that Virginia was put through by Jeffrey Epstein and by Ghislaine Maxwell and the types of things that would happen. There is also a second set of documents which is 18 pages, and this right here is a deposition of someone named Joseph Riccari. I believe this details some of the same things. This one goes into a little bit more depth about Maxwell's participation and how she kind of ran the whole operation. Now, obviously, we don't have enough time to go through both of these here today, but I will be leaving a link to this, both of them, in the description below this video. You don't want to read it unless you've got a strong stomach. Now, the financial world has been abuzz the last couple of days because of the Reddit group Wall Street Bets. Now, Reddit shut them down temporarily. They blamed it on racism and hate speech after the rookie investors on the board completely screwed hedge funds all over the country by purchasing stocks like Gamestop, American Airlines, BlackBerry, Koss, Nokia, and others, and made them essentially go out of business because they all shorted the stocks. They were then on the hook for tens of billions of dollars, and now it looks like it's back up, but they have made it private. Now, that's not the only thing. We also have this post from someone named Odin19199, and it's entitled Robinhood Insider Information. Now, Robinhood actually restricted the trades of the GameStop stock earlier today. They sent out notifications to their users telling them that due to safety precautions, they were going to be limiting this. And here he says that he works for Robinhood. He says, don't kill me. Low-level technical computer sciences major, not finance. Guess what we overheard today? Vladimir, yes, founder of Robinhood, Vladimir, and the C-suite received calls from Sequoia Capital and the White House that pressured into closing trading on GME. I guarantee you the same took place at E-Trade and others who closed trading. File reports on the SEC page. If I wasn't scared to be put out of work in a pandemic, I'd quit. I'm disgusted. We all need to rise up. This is as bad as it gets when we talk about how the rich get one set of rules and the rest of us get screwed over and over and over again, left to bail them out and pick up the tab for their trillion-dollar tax breaks. We need to pile pressure on every government and financial institution involved in this travesty of justice. I'm taking a massive career risk, even posting here, but F these mother effers. Now, Robinhood is facing major backlash from both political parties, the Republicans and the Democrats, for limiting the trades on GameStop. But despite that, they have not backed down from their decision to block users from buying or trading popular stocks on a Reddit forum, including GameStop, AMC, and BlackBerry. Now, the decision followed efforts by users on the Wall Street Bets Reddit forum to drive up the prices of stocks that had been shorted by traditional hedge funds. In one tweet, Senator Cruz included a questioning face emoji along with a 2016 screenshot of a tweet from Robinhood that read, "Let the people trade." Cruz then included next to this screenshot the company's Thursday announcement that in light of current market volatility, we are restricting transactions for certain securities to position closing only, meaning people can only sell their position. They can't purchase anymore. Now, Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez also took to Twitter to vocalize her concern, saying that Robinhood's decision was unacceptable. We now need to know more about Robinhood app's decision to block retail investors from purchasing stock while hedge funds are freely able to trade the stock as they see fit. She also went on to say that as a member of the House Financial Services Committee, she supported a potential hearing on the matter. Now, Cruz shared her tweet saying that he fully agrees. A Financial Services Committee spokesperson did not immediately respond to the Hill's request for comment on whether Chairman Maxine Waters plans to hold a hearing on the issue. Following the rapid surge on Wednesday, GameStop's stock collapsed by 62% before 11 a.m. on Thursday, triggering multiple trading freezes. AMC Entertainment was down 67%, 24%, BlackBerry was down 44%, and Nokia was down 30%. This is all probably due to the fact that these stocks were halted by the company Robinhood, not allowing retail investors to go ahead and keep purchasing more if they wanted to. The falling prices might be bad news for some of the traders who bought shares in GameStop and other companies in the last 2 days, but I actually have to take issue with that statement because we've gotten statements from people on Wall Street Bets who said this isn't about making money. It's about screwing the hedge funds that have been screwing us for decades. The stock market did rebound early Thursday after taking steep losses Wednesday, with the Dow Jones Industrial Average up more than 550 points before 11:30 this morning. What's even more interesting is that Robinhood has also been hit with a class action lawsuit as a result of their choice to restrict the trading of this GameStop stock. They were hit with this class action suit early today by a trader that was upset by their restricted buying of GameStop shares amid this market feeding frenzy involving the small-time investors that were inspired by the Reddit web forum. In the Manhattan federal court suit, Massachusetts resident Brendan Nelson claimed the app blocked users from its service by pulling the shopping mall video game store's stock, which was sent skyrocketing in value over the past few days. Now, on or about January 27th, Robinhood, in order to slow the growth of GME, deprived their customers of the ability to use their service, abruptly, purposefully, willfully, and knowingly pulled GME from their app. Meanwhile, retail investors could no longer buy or even search for GME on Robinhood's app. Nelson filed the suit on behalf of all Robinhood users in the U.S. and is asking a federal judge to require the app to immediately reinstate the stock to their trading platform. The suit alleges the app violated a rule from the Financial Industry Regulatory Authority, which states apps like Robinhood must make every effort to execute a marketable customer order that it receives promptly and fully. Now, by pulling the GameStop stock and several other similar stocks, the app has blocked users from earning gains by buying the stock and profiting from potentially shorting it, the suit alleges. In sum, Robinhood has completely blocked retailer investors from purchasing GME for no legitimate reason, thereby depriving retail investors from the benefits of Robinhood's service. Now, in a separate federal suit filed in Chicago, an Illinois resident named Richard Gatz claimed the app caused him irreparable harm because it pulled stocks from BlackBerry, Nokia, and AMC theaters, which were also boosted by the forum. The value of these options decreased by almost 200%, and the BlackBerry stock fell over $10 from the prior day's close. Gatz further claims that the halting of trade was done to protect institutional investors like the hedge funds that the Wall Street Bets Forum was going after and to hurt individual retail investors. On information and belief, the halting of trading of these stocks was to protect institutional investment at the detriment of retail customers. Furthermore, this appears to be in lockstep with other securities trading platforms like Ally Financial, TD Ameritrade, and potentially others. Now, Gatz is also requesting that the stocks be added back into the trading app. Now, the fact that we got that post saying that the White House and Sequoia Capital had put pressure on Robinhood and other trading firms to halt the trade of stocks like GameStop and others is pretty interesting because Janet Yellen, who is Biden's nomination for Treasury Secretary, and I guess that she's going to be confirmed or she has been confirmed, it turns out that she is connected to Citadel. Citadel is one of these financial institutions which stands to lose a lot of money. Now, it looks like she has made over $7 million from speaking at Wall Street firms, including Citadel, which has invested billions of dollars in the primary hedge fund now suffering as a result of the GameStop stock purge. Yellen's financial disclosures reveal over 60 speeches to financial firms, which includes about $810,000 from Citadel alone in speaking fees. Now, following this Reddit-induced skyrocketing of the price, we hear now that the White House put pressure on Robinhood to try to save places like Melvin Capital Management. Melvin Capital Management is one who is going to have immense losses as a result of this. Now, what happens if the short that they bet on doesn't happen? They have to purchase the stock that they said was going to go low at the new high price, which means that they're going to be on the hook for every single share that they said was going to be very, very low, or perhaps even $0. Now, if they had been successful, they would make millions or billions of dollars. But it looks like in this case, they're going to get screwed. Now, Citadel recently funneled billions of dollars into Melvin Capital Management. That's according to the Wall Street Journal. Citadel LLC and Point72 Asset Management are investing $2.75 billion into Melvin Capital Management. This is an emergency influx of cash that is needed to stabilize what has been one of the top performing funds on Wall Street. Citadel and its partners are investing $2 billion in Point72, which already had more than $1 billion invested in Melvin as of 2019, is investing an additional $750 million, the fund said on Monday. As part of that deal, Citadel, its partners, and Point72 are receiving non-controlling revenue shares in the firm that eventually expire. Now, what this is doing is providing them enough capital so that they can stay open and continue to be in business. Because as it stands right now, Melvin Capital Management manages just over $10 billion in assets for what it says are 7 individual clients. So 7 people with over $10 billion have all of their money there at Melvin Capital Management. If they screw up and these shorts do not come through, then they are going to have to pay billions of dollars that they don't have. And it's going to be dependent on places like Citadel or BlackRock Capital in order to fund them so that they don't become insolvent. However, there is a distinct possibility that they may in fact become insolvent because it looks like as of right now, the losses on these short positions in U.S. firms have topped $70 billion. That's right. Anons on Reddit have cost these hedge funds $70 billion, and it looks to be even more by tomorrow. And this is only as of last night. This could be a lot more as of today, and if we're talking about tomorrow when all of these trades are going to be due, man, they could be many more tens of billions of dollars into the hole. I've heard it said that hundreds of billions of dollars are on the line here, so you better believe these people are pretty pissed off. But you know who else is pissed off? The American public. We're tired of getting screwed over. We're tired of finding that our government cares more about hedge funds, financial institutions, big banks, more than they care about the people whose tax revenue fund our federal government. And even though many people are going to say our tax dollars don't actually fund the federal government, it still pays the interest on the loans that they get from the Federal Reserve. What we need to see is a complete destruction of this financial system so that we can get rid of the Federal Reserve, go back on the gold standard, maybe even go on silver, platinum, other precious metals. But we need something else in this country because as it stands right now, people are hurting. And the only people who are making out like bandits are the banks, are the politicians who work with those banks, are the financial hedge funds who bet against American companies and make billions of dollars in the process. This needs to end. Short selling needs to end. If we're going to play with money in the market, then we need to support American companies. And every time a hedge fund puts an American company out of business, there are thousands of jobs that go along with it. And these people just get fatter and fatter and fatter, making more money every single day. Well, guess what, guys? It's your turn to lose.